So you guys probably want to get better at NoFap. Well, what do? Well, what I've realised recently is you've got to cheat a little bit, and you might be thinking, well, hang on a minute, Josh. If you're cheating at NoFap, how are you actually achieving a streak in the first place? How are you actually going to get better? But honestly, guys, I'm telling you now, this is what's working for me. Like, I'm at a point now where I don't really feel like doing it so much, and it's almost like it's changed my mindset in a way. And what do? So one of the things that I do is I absolutely do not count wet dreams. The reason is because when you have wet dreams, you're not conscious. You're not like fully in control. You're not fully aware of what's going on, and it's a dream, isn't it? Right? Or maybe you're half asleep and you wake up in the middle of the night and you just bust one out, right? I don't think you guys should count that. Don't count that towards your streak, and eventually you're going to get to a point where, because you are still on that long streak, let's say you get to day 15 and you bust one out in the middle of the night, you're half asleep anyway, so it's like your brain's not working properly. So can you really blame yourself for not being in control of your urges? And because you're at day 15, that's going to allow you to get to day 20. And because you get to day 20, your mindset is much better. Your confidence is increased because you've realised that, oh, I'm at day 20 now. I'm so much better at this than I used to be. And it's like you cheat over time, but to eventually not need to cheat. I want you to imagine it like this. Let's say you're a kid, right? You learn to ride a bike. Well, the chances are that you're not going to be able to ride a bike straight away. You're going to need the stabilisers first, right? Or else you're going to fall off, right? So think of it like that. Think of the NoFap cheat as a kind of the stabilisers. You keep doing that, and over time you're not going to need the stabilisers anymore. And the thing is, like, NoFap is not an easy thing to do. People don't just do 400-day streaks from nowhere. It takes years of practice, years of like changing your mental perception of everything. And honestly, guys, if you apply this technique, don't count your wet dreams. Don't count when you bust one out when you're half asleep and you're not fully in control. Don't count that. Just continue the streak as normal, and I promise you will get to a point where you don't feel much urgency for it anymore. Like, this is what I'm doing personally, right? And it's allowed me to get to a point where I don't really feel like it much. Even if I get urges in the middle of the night, I start thinking about it, and it's like, I can't even be bothered. I can't be bothered to do it because I think it's just going to be a lot of mess to clean up later, and it's like, it's now conditioned me to just not want it, even though I'm turned on, even though I've got the, I'm hard or whatever. That sounds weird on camera. I'm not so bothered about it anymore, and it's allowed me to get to a much longer streak than I've ever been able to achieve before. And over time, you're going to be able to, the periods in between which you cheat is going to be less and less because your mental perception of it has totally changed. So guys, that's how you're going to get better at NoFap. So honestly, you need to cheat. Think of it, it stabilises. You learn to ride a bike. That's all I'm going to say about that. Bye.